Hello, Lunar Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Millennium 2.2 with me, BlueAnkylo. We're still live streaming, I'm still enjoying my time. In the first episode, we made it through the beginning of the moon base, trying to survive the Martian attacks. We have actually successfully repulsed 2 attacks from Mars, and we've been researching and building as quick as we can with our resources that we have. We are in the process, primarily right now, of mining the asteroid belt to get resources that are not on the moon, of the Earth moon, and trying to get some probes out there to figure out where we can build a colony. And we're going to need to build a lot of probes, so keep building probes, and maybe some more harvesters if we need them. We've got 4, but I don't know how many I need, like 5 or 6 maybe, and then just pump out those probes. And we probably will want to upgrade our generators before too long, but you know, for now the Mark V is lots. We're looking at like 1875 for kilowatts. If we're comparing, like, we can easily build a wave rider. We cannot build a Carrack, so we don't have the copper or the power for it. What else is there? Orbital laser we could build. Looks like maybe the only things we can't build right now will be the Carrack and the SIOS. So not as much priority to upgrade our power until we need it then, basically. Because we can build everything we want at the moment. Also, I need to keep my eye open for nitrogen. Once we hit 40 nitrogen, I would like to increase our capacity of humans a little bit, just in case the Martians kill me. Alright, let's build more probes, basically. And there's nothing waiting around for me, right? Sometimes it is pretty easy to miss a notification in this game. And, you know, it doesn't tell you again. If you miss the notification and then just advance days, just like a lot of old games, it'll never warn you that you forgot your ship there. Alright, more research. In fact, one of the big techs, really. So the SIOS is the... it's the big one. This is the colony ship. 20,000 kilowatts. We definitely need more power for that. Lots of titanium, lots of aluminium, some amount of copper, and some amount of platinum. So that's kind of the target if we want to be able to build a colony ship. 100 copper, 100 platinum, and 1,100 titanium. 1,100 titanium is going to take a while, but 100 copper and platinum, I can see that. That's not too bad. You just need to get some asteroid mining going on. But there's no real way to speed up the titanium other than to not waste it. So it's going to take some days to get there. For now, probes, we got to find somewhere to send an SIOS anyway. There's no reason to build one because we don't know where to send it. So we're going to start scanning moons, and we might as well finish researching what we can research. Not that there's a whole lot more to do. Another probe complete. We'll just start launching them fairly quickly at this point. I don't know what moon, what we're up to, like, uh-oh. Now that I took a little break and I forgot where the last moon was, which moon are we up to for Jupiter? We're doing them kind of in order, at least. Io, Amalthea, Europa. Jupiter as well, of course. Good thing we sent one to Jupiter. So that means if I just go to the probe, it wasn't 5, it was probably 4. Amalthea, Io, Europa. The next one should be Ganymede. And then Callisto will be next. And it's not going to take too long to build the probes, so... Jupe, Moon... well, let's just call this one 4. Because that's what the last one actually was. But yeah, we got to find a good base. The more scouting... now we're in the scouting phase of the RTS. We built a bunch of SCVs to get some minerals. We got our basic base buildings constructed and researching. Now we got to go scout the enemy out. It's just like an RTS. I might have skipped number 3 as well. Callisto. 55 days. Oh, it's already started. Good. Alright, we got SCV back to the moon. So that's another stack of resources. Wait an hour. Unload. We got some copper and platinum. A nice pile of platinum on that one. Very nice. I don't actually think I'm going to need more than 4 of these harvesters, to be honest. I think 4 will be lots. Mostly because the resources that they're really getting us, that we need, the copper and the platinum, we only need like a couple hundred of them to build the stuff I need. They are also getting us methane and sulfur, but haven't seen anything that needs that, I don't think. What we really need is copper and platinum, and they're getting us a pretty good supply of those already. Did I... Thought I lost one there for a second. Alright. SCV's on the way to the asteroids. Harvester's on the way back. Grabby and Peon are looking for asteroids. Everyone else is traveling to moons. Another probe. Aggressive expansion. That is the spirit. Fast expand. Jupe. Moon. Number. I don't know what number we're at. Not 3. I mean, I'm probably 6, but I might have missed one. What I want to do here is build enough probes to do all of Jupiter moons, and then we'll go back to building stuff for our base. We can build that expansion to our own base now, the nodule. But let's try to get all these Jupiter moons at least fired off here. Jupiter probes. So now we're at Leda. If we go Himalaya, Alara, we got 3 more basically. That won't take too long. Oops. What was that? What was that note? Log, no. Bulletin board. Grabby found a mineral. Alright. We got a little bit of copper, some platinum, sure. I don't really know how to tell you what a good asteroid is or not at this point. Seems like copper and platinum are the main things. Fast expand, straight into the Ling Rush. Well, what if we're playing as the Zerglings? Then you'd need to fast expand. Harvester moon is back. Harvester is back on the moon, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, give me your resources. 100 copper. We're getting there. This is so much further than I ever got as a kid. I mean, we're far less in time, but way more copper than I ever saw before. Alright, get out there, back to the asteroids. Probe in a couple days. Except we keep getting interrupted by finding minerals or asteroids. 20, you know what? I'm going to say 20 copper and 0 platinum's not enough. Let's wait till we find a better one. We finished our research and our probe. We're up to Mark 7 energy as far as research is concerned. There's nothing else to research right now, so just keep it up. Probe's going strong. This is probe 7? I may have missed a probe. Missed a moon. We can check if we care enough. So I have Ganymede, Callisto, Leda, and then Himalaya. 2 more. Uh-oh, we're under attack again. Those dang dirty Martians. Alright. Hopefully I can still fly. I don't know. Can't turn it. Ah, we got him anyway. We got him anyway. Not done yet. I think we fire our lasers faster just by holding the thing down here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get him. Ah, we got him again. Oh, air combat. So easy. Ah, we got him. Ah, we got 3 in a row. Bam. We sure got to get those lasers, though, because I'm not going to be able to keep this up forever. It's so difficult. I recommend you try it. I recommend everyone play this game and find out how easy or not the combat is. I'm not saying the combat is the best part of the game. I'm just saying it really stumped young Ankylo for a long time. No thank you. Come on, you guys. Gotta give it a shot. Jupe Moon 8. Get out there. And we need to build one more probe for now. And then we gotta send this one Himalaya, and then Yalara, and then Persephone will be last. You struggle enough with X Division air combat. Air combat is difficult. Yeah, I played all these Wing Commander games. This is preparing me for XCOM Interceptor, probably. Alright, keep on trucking. Another probe, the final probe of the current wave. This is the last Jupiter moon probe. Does Jupiter have 9 moons? I thought Jupiter had more than 9 moons, but maybe the game just picks the best 9. The next thing we shall build, I think, will be a nodule. And then we can get more humans on our moon base. Finally, XCOM Interceptor. Who says it's not gonna suck? It might be even worse. I'll just ramming speed all the UFOs. Alright, get out there, probe. To Persephone? Isn't it? Is it Persephone or Pasiphae? Maybe it's just a shorter version of the moon name here or something. I don't know. There's too many moons out there. Alright, we're working on research. Building up a new expansion slot. Found a mineable asteroid. We got ourselves 40 copper and 60 platinum. That sounds a bit better. Head on back to the moon base. Looks like the nodules can take a little while. SCV made it to the asteroid belt. We made it to Jupiter, guys! The Sirius probe. The Sirius P. Alright, no problem, chat. Thank you for sending a probe to Jupiter. We're just gonna land it right there on the gas giant. And it's gone. It's gone. It's just gone. We'll never see that probe again. Let's, I don't think I waited enough time. Yeah, there you go. Well, let's research Jupiter. We don't need the energy thing right now. Let's have a look at Jupiter. It's for science, right? Alright. Grabby made it back to the moon. Good old Grabby McGrabber. Land. Autopilot. Wait an hour. Get me your resources. Shore leave. I mean, shore leave is extended for 5 seconds. Shore leave is now over. Get back up to the asteroid belt, please. I don't know why I couldn't figure out how to do this in the original game. There's a lot of little menus to fight around. We've got 120 copper, 180 platinum. We could start looking at building some bigger ships pretty soon. And yeah, we'll have a look at Jupiter, of course. That nodule is going to take forever. Harvester made it to the asteroid belt. Nobody else is standing around doing nothing as far as I can tell. Oh good, we've researched Jupiter. This is going to be the best base ever. Analysis. Jupiter, unusable planet. Aww. The probe managed to penetrate the upper atmosphere, but was destroyed by immense pressures at the lower altitudes. Surprising very few people, Jupiter, the gas planet, not a very good place to build a colony ship. Colony base, whatever. So, no, we're not going to Jupiter. Let's continue researching generator tech. We'll get that nodule too. Oh good, we made it to Io. Now we might get some interesting stuff. Moons? Let's finish... We'll finish the generator and then we'll research all the moons. We'll be getting a new drone at a probe at a new moon like every 5 days for the next month. Alright, we finished our research. This is the Mark 8 reactor. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get there, but, you know, we'll build those up at some point. We got the Io moon, the moon of Jupiter, the first moon that we found. We are over halfway to having a nodule. Alright, we made it to Amalthea. You can land. We have researched Io. So, what do we learn about the first moon we've made it to? Dang it! Unusable satellite. Data reveals massive volcanic activity. We're unable to find suitable landing sites. Well, shucks. The first moon of Jupiter that we found, garbage. Maybe the next one will be better. To Amalthea. The Peon made it back to the moon with resources. Europa was also reached by one of our probes. Let's land over there. But for now, let's get these resources. Copper and platinum, thank you very much. Also methane and sulfur in case we need them. And back you go. Work, work, work. Why do we have such bad luck? Space is harsh, guys. Space is a dangerous place. I like the amount of copper we've got already. This is looking great. Alright, Amalthea will be researched soon. The nodule's coming. Amalthea has been researched. What is this one gonna do? No! Unusable satellite. Probe indicates intense radioactive winds from Jupiter. I guess this was the closest one to Jupiter. Jupiter does, as far as I understand it, emit a lot of radiation. It's not a very happy place to hang out around. So the moon is saturated in radiation. We cannot survive here. No. Well, how about number 3? Europa. This sounds like a more friendly moon. It's, you know, Europa Universalis, right? Just gotta watch out for the inheritance laws. Alright. Let's see research. I mean, we'll get all these moons. We'll know soon enough. No! 0 for 4! Europa is unusable. More radiation. We're still too close to Jupiter. I guess we should have checked the moons that were further away from Jupiter first. We still can't land on this one. Well, we're not on a very good roll. We found an asteroid. That's something. Bit of copper, bit of platinum, sure. I don't want to be too picky right now. We made it to Ganymede, and we built our first nodule. So I'm hoping Ganymede is a more colonizable moon. Grabby made it back to the asteroid belt. Great. Come on, Ganymede. So now we have a new, whatever you want to call it. Hey there, awesome guy. Can we go to Autonoe? Is that a moon? I'll have a look in a second. So now we've doubled our capacity for humans. So somehow people will reproduce in the next couple weeks, and we'll have 200 people on our base in case the Martians come to kill us. What should we build next? We're not going to have enough nitrogen for another nodule for a while anyway. We could start building probes to go to Saturn and Saturn's moons. I think I want to... Oh yeah, titanium. We don't even have the titanium to build the 2 big ships yet. So the Carrack for transporting stuff is 710, even though we've got the copper. We can't even send the colony ship because we don't have a colonizable planet or moon yet. But I don't think we've got the resources to build it anyway. We could build a wave rider. I guess we'll build one wave rider. They look kind of sci-fi, right? Let's get that going. I probably should just upgrade my generators right now, seeing as we don't have too much to do. Maybe just more probes, though, really. I don't know. I need to find a colony that we can actually send a ship to before I, you know, try to build a ship. It's a pretty cool ship. I don't think it has any guns on it, but, you know, it's fast. Its claim to fame is it travels twice as fast as any other ship. The Ganymede. Come on, Ganymede. Foiled again. Unusable satellite. Intense radioactive... Jupiter sucks, okay? It's almost as bad as Mars. Almost as bad as Mars. That's 4 moons. No luck. Well, the Wave Rider gets built pretty quick, at least. Alright, we made it to Callisto. Come on, Callisto. You gotta be better than these other bad moons. Is she a sea witch or an awesome moon? Alright, we found an asteroid, we built the Wave Rider, and we've researched Callisto. A good day. 40 copper, 60 platinum. The stuff that I care about seems good enough. Mind you, I might need other resources more than copper and platinum the way this is going. Seeing as we need like 1,000 titanium. Alright, so that was the asteroid. This guy hasn't found any asteroids yet. That was my miner. We have research. Oh, thank goodness. Callisto actually is habitable, technically. The life forms that would survive here are human, which is doubly good. Plus, the atmosphere is just vacuous, so you don't get mutated. Super. You get hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, titanium, aluminum, copper, silica, iron, silver, platinum. The only thing missing is uranium, yes. We could build one here, and instead of having to go to the asteroids, we would get copper and platinum. But we wouldn't get uranium. So this is not my ideal planet, or moon, but not my ideal colony. But, you know, it might be worth it, because it's human at least. Let's see, I want to at least check all of Jupiter's moons before I commit. And we don't have enough titanium anyway to build the ship for a while. So, it's going to take a little while to save up the resources. We might as well get our scouting done before we decide. Just to give us an idea, we'll need at least one of these, which is 1,100 titanium. We have enough other resources, but 1,100 titanium is a lot, plus a lot of power. But realistically, we would want to send a Carrack with it, probably, to bring stuff, because the colony ship doesn't bring anything with it. So if you want to bring like fighters or a generator, you want to send something like a Carrack. So it's more like 1,800 titanium, really, and that's a ways off. Anyway, silver is good. Well, having a base that creates kilograms or tons of anything that we don't have right now, methane, sulfur, copper, etc., would be valuable, because then we wouldn't have to mess around with the asteroid mining, and we would have a more reliable, perhaps faster income of it. Also, things that we don't get very much of, like hydrogen, water, and nitrogen, that would be nice, because we don't get very much nitrogen right now. But unfortunately, it doesn't tell you how much of these things. It has nitrogen, but it doesn't say what you get in some quantity. So it's still a little bit of a gamble. Still a little bit of a gamble. Oh yeah, we built the wave rider. Sweet. So we got a wave rider. Now, it can only carry 50 tons. It does need some crew. And it's not really meant for transporting large volumes. And in fact, we have no other bases to transport it back and forth to. But it's fast, and it's cheap and light, and at least we have a ship now. So, cool. This guy, should give this guy a name, though. This is like a speedy transport. Any good names? Kind of looks like a Viper. We could call it the Viper. Doesn't really fight, but kind of like looks like some Star Wars ships. We'll probably end up building a couple. Gonzalez. Sure. It's speedy. It doesn't really fight. It's just about traveling. And it's got a nice human atmosphere, so we'll leave it on the moon for now. Actually, can we... We could scrap it to get the resources back. You could put some stuff on it to transport. Basically, the reason I wanted one of these is if we find a moon that has uranium, I want to send the wave rider to transport the uranium back immediately. We don't actually need very much uranium to build my lasers. It's only 10 uranium per laser, so we could build 5 lasers pretty quick, basically. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to have a couple of those ready to go, but I want to see, can we... We can't actually store it. So it's possible the Martians could destroy it on the hangar, in the hangar, maybe. Anyway, I don't know for sure. But I do think either probes or some generator upgrades, and we haven't done a generator upgrade in a long time. So let's go from Mark 5 to Mark 6 at least, and see how far we go down this line. They actually build pretty quick, so it's not so bad. Made it to Leda. Oh, right. Just have to wait an hour. We've got Gonzales just hanging out. I stopped researching accidentally, but it's no big deal. If we wait a couple hours for the data packets to get back, we should have Leda available. We reached the asteroid belt again with one of our harvesters. Leda was researched. Okay, come on, uranium. Oh boy. So, this is even better than the last one. Leda, also human, vacuous atmosphere, hydrogen, nitrogen, methane, sulfur, copper, silica, iron, uranium. Copper's good. Uranium's good. Nitrogen's pretty helpful. We don't have a basic methane or sulfur income either. In fact, hydrogen, methane, and sulfur are all our slow incomes. Hydrogen, methane, nitrogen. That's looking pretty good. I don't know how much you get, but it does have uranium. And it's human. Alright, that's my number one. I will, because our probes are already nearly there, I will definitely still check the rest of Jupiter moons out first. But that's looking good to me. And we need to build some stuff before we build a colony ship anyway. Alright, Himalaya has been reached. Found an asteroid. It's got some copper and some platinum. Those are the important things. Oh, you can't just land on the asteroid? Come on. Alright, come on home, Mr. Harvester. One harvester made it back to the moon, so let's unload them. Kind of glad I didn't build more than 4. It's a little bit repetitive, you know, unloading all these guys back and forth. He had nothing on him. Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong one. Right. Number 1, I gotta remember now. Slot 1 is the Wave Rider. That's all. Here's my stuff. Alright. Good job, Harvester. Back to the asteroid belt. And I almost feel like we should build some more. It's been a couple months since the last Martian attack. Could be any time, you know. Research. Let's have a look at Himalaya. Solar generator will be ready soon. Solar ecstasy. Yeah, we got some Fantasy Star going on. Alright, let's upgrade our power. We're up to Mark 6. Booyah. And I know we need like 20,000 to build the actual colony ship anyway, so. But what I will try to do here is as we work our way up the generators, I want to keep, like, it doesn't really matter the previous lower tech ones. They are pretty heavy, you know, 50 tons per generator. But as long as we have the last tier of generator, it won't be too hard to catch back up. Once we get to Mark 10, we'll just store one Mark 10 in the barracks, or in the bunker. That way, if we do get attacked and I don't shoot them down, you know, we're fine. Well, we're not as bad off as it could be. Let's go for the Mark 7. It does use a fair bit of resources, but, you know, you gotta get these built. Make more fighters. I just gotta be good at combat, then we'll never lose a fighter. We're trying to rush for lasers anyway. The satellite lasers are better. Alright, Alara has been reached. We've got 2 more moons here. Himalaya was researched. Unusable. Insignificant little piece of rock. Ah, boring. Just a boring moon with nothing on it. Boring satellite. Ilara was researched. Come on, Ilara. Give me uranium and stuff that I need. Alright, we've got not a great supply of moon bases so far. Only 2 of Jupiter's moons are habitable, and I mean, that's not much out of the batch. But there is still 1 left, so you never know. And we've reached Persephone right then. Or Persify, whatever. I do want to know, though, how habitable it is. We got Grabby back to our moon. Get those resources. How are we looking for... Once I move this stuff over, I will have another double check on how our resources are looking here. 220 copper, 320 platinum. That's pretty good. We're still a long way away from building a big colony ship in terms of titanium, but some of the rare resources are starting to stack up. Something I'm using keeps my nitrogen, or I just don't get very much nitrogen. It's 3 days per 1 ton. That's why we can't build any more nodules. But, you know, the population is expanding, just slowly. And I don't need, you know, I should wait until we get to 200 capacity anyway. Like, wait till our population hits the capacity, then I'll build another one. Asteroids. No platinum. Just a little copper. I don't really care. Like, the good stuff there is iron and sulfur. I don't really need those, so... Let's hope for a better asteroid. And also, let's hope for an awesome new moon. Nope. No point building it on Persify. So, on the good news, we now know about all of Jupiter's sort of system. Jupiter and all of its moons have been scanned. Next up, I suppose, we'll be scanning all of Saturn's moons. There's a lot of those. Saturn plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9 moons of Saturn. So 10 probes, including Saturn. I guess we could get those going soon. Probes are very cheap, and the travel time is very high. So getting them started sooner than later, still probably a good idea. But we have somewhere to start a base once we have the resources to start a base. Leda for uranium and what was it? Himalaya? No. Callisto. Yeah. So Callisto maybe, Leda for sure, and then we'll start going through Saturn's. I wonder if like the first 2 or 3 are going to be too close to Saturn and have radiation, and then the last 2 or 3 are just tiny little rocks with nothing on them, same as Jupiter. Maybe it's the middle range moons that are the best. Anyway, progress comes, but at what cost? Alright, we're up to the Mark 7 power. Boom! Starting to look pretty powerful. I think I'll go 1 more generation of energy for now, and then I'll go to power again. Then I'll go back to probes. Also, that's as far as I've researched for the moment. Nice. Mostly caught up with my research. Those things sure do suck a lot of power out. Anyway, good. Now that the probes are done, there's less things to micromanage. Oh, I forgot about some harvesters here. I may have forgot to unload them or send them away. This guy's got his payload, so I just need to unload it and send him up. This guy, I just forgot to actually send to the asteroids. Not too surprised this will happen once in a while. But it's fine. I don't think that makes much difference in the grand scheme of things. Alright. Working on the Mark 9 reactor. Building the Mark 8. Uh-oh. Everyone's favorite time. Mars attacks. Can Blue shoot it down? Too easy. Get off my lunar base. Just like Xenonauts. We got the Easy Air Game mod installed. Now, I will tell you legitimately, it is quite hard to aim your little cockpit here. The fact that we've been shooting them down is great, but it turns really awkwardly. You know, there's not a lot of controls here. I actually have to use the mouse to fly, and it's really sensitive. I actually turned my mouse sensitivity down, and it helped a lot, but... Alright! Well, the Martian attacks keep getting larger and larger, but so far, so good for repelling. The problem hasn't really been the number of fighters, but basically there's a limit on how much time you have before they make it to your colony anyway. So if I don't click launch fighter quick enough, if you're watching in the background, the little red dots get closer and closer to our base, and then eventually we run out of time and they bomb us or whatever. So I have to keep trying to win these quickly to actually repulse them, or else they're going to get through. Which is definitely a good reason to have this bunker ready to go with whatever your highest tier of solar gen just waiting for you. Also, like I said, they can steal resources, which would be kind of annoying. Alright, so what are we researching? Mark 9, building Mark 8. Nothing else to do. Copper, no platinum. Not good enough. Harvester made it to the asteroids. Peon found another asteroid. This one has copper and platinum. Thank you for listening to me. That's the one I wanted. We have now found another asteroid and finished more research. 30 copper, 20 platinum. I'm going to start being a little bit pickier, I guess. And we've got the Mark 9 research, just one to go. And then we're done our research, pretty much, for now, at least. Yeah, I think a lot of the early Atari DOS games had this kind of air combat. It really wasn't until stuff like Wing Commander came out that suddenly better air, like, space combat was even a thing. Like, maybe Microsoft Flight Simulator or something, but, like, in the early days, there really wasn't any good air combat. Shouldn't surprise you that this one's pretty bad. So we've got the Mark 8. We're up to 15,000 kilowatts. That's not bad. Only 2 more to go. And I will save the old Mark 7 for later if we need it. For now, though, I think it's time to build some more probes. We needed like 9 or 10 for all of Saturn. And we've still got a long way to go before we need another nodule. And we still got a long way to go before we can even build that colony ship anyway. So, time keeps on ticking into the future. So I'm just going to try to send these out fairly quickly. We'll go Sat 1, and we'll just name them like that. That should be the easiest for me to not lose track of. And we'll send one to Saturn, but I mean, what do you really think is going to happen with that one? Saturn's might not be as big as Jupiter, but, you know, it is still a gas giant. I think I forgot to build another one, another probe. Got to queue these up every time. Peon made it back to the moon. Looking for a lot of asteroids here. It's like they know I'm being picky. But this one had the good stuff. Alright, keep hunting down those good, valuable asteroids. Looking forward to building my first colony ship before too long. What's the best space combat game? Oh, something like Freelancer, I guess. Wing Commander's lots of fun, but Freelancer was a little bit more evolved than the old Wing Commander games. I like Rogue Squadron, stuff like that. Alright. So we're just going to pump out some probes. It's a little monotonous, but shouldn't take too long. We'll just go through them in order. Mimas is up next. Or Mimas. Is it Mima or Mimas? Or Midas. Such uncultured. Yeah. There's always stuff like X-Wing Rogue Squadron or something. Or X-Wing TIE Fighter. That's what I'm trying to say. What did we just finish? Oh, found a fallen asteroid. 0 copper, 50 platinum. Sometimes I feel like being picky is good. Sometimes I feel like being picky is bad. Keep on pumping out them scouts. Get really fast at my, we've got to speed run this game now. Enceladus? What's the worst space combat? Clearly this game. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. There's probably been worse space combat games than this game. Just every 5 days build a new probe. That's the stuff. But yeah, like this game takes years of in-game time to build, to complete. So the fact that within the first year of game time, we can mostly send out all of our probes and get our basic base start up, totally fine, totally fine. You know what? The worst space combat? Totally EVE Online, because it's online only. Bam. Shots fired. So, Enceladus. Next one will be Tethys. Sounds like someone from Fire Emblem. They're probably going to dance at us. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. If we build a base on Tethys, what happens? Found an asteroid, built a probe, researched Mark 10 energy. The final energy. You know, you only need 4,000 kilowatts. Could we just jump from 8 to 10? I thought I said I couldn't jump. Maybe some of them you can jump attack. That'd be pretty cool. You find Wing Commander's combat clunky? Unsubscribed. The old Wing Commander games were a bit clunky, especially the Super Nintendo version. But the Wing Commander like 4, whatever they called it, Wing Commander 3 and 4 were a little bit better, a bit more modern. We're up to 5. We're up to 5, I said. Is this how scientists name probes in the real world? The Sat-5? I feel like that's like the name of an engine for a rocket for one of our boosters. One of our rocket boosters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're off to Dione or something. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the Wing Commander series. Wing Commander 2, the combat wasn't particularly clunky. It was just very unbalanced. The enemy ships, even just statistically, way outpowered your ships every single time. Wing Commander 2 was more of a, like, took the Wing Commander 1 game and said, okay, you guys are too good at Wing Commander 1. It was too easy, so let's make it harder. So Wing Commander 2 kind of just upped everything a fair bit, and I think they went a little bit too far. No, not again. Fight, fight, fight. Air combat. Good thing we've got infinite power for our lasers. If it wasn't for that, we'd have no chance. Alright, 1 down. Like 4 to go. I couldn't even see. We just rammed him. That's the spirit. Look at these polygons. There's at least 3 polygons. Maybe even 4 polygons on these battles. But like, seriously, there's too many fighters here. It's not that we can't seem to shoot them down. It's more, there's just too many of them. There's at least 2 left. Boy, I kind of feel like when I first played this game, I don't think my lasers fired that quickly. Like, I really do have easy air games somehow. It's like, we got rapid fire enabled. I don't think holding down the mouse worked the last time I played. So back in the day, you had to like tap, tap, tap to fire your lasers. Now I just hold down the mouse button and it's like we got, what is it, those auto button? You know, the NES controllers with the auto clickers, basically. Anyway, that's another resolution. I really hope we can get these lasers going before too much longer, because, you know, that's not going to get annoying or anything. Is there anything else to research? Not until we find more planets. Okay. Research is gone. Production is go. Ships, we got probes going. Just a matter of time. I should have a look. Oh, I didn't want to build that. Dang it. I wasted some resources setting them aside. I don't know if you can undo that. Maybe I should just start going with that colony ship. I think I could build one, just barely. Yeah, we're gonna do it. As soon as we build one more probe, I'm gonna build one. We sent one of our harvesters back. Built the probe. We're gonna... Let me double check which planet we're going to here. Or which place. It's Leda, I think. Uranium. I gotta get that uranium, right? Like, that's the main thing. So let's go to Leda. Insufficient. Oh, oh, Blue, you thought you could build that, did you? Sure, good thing you built up your Solagen Mark 10 in advance. Alright, well, delay that a little bit. Should have upgraded that a little bit more, I guess. The probes are still important, though. I forgot about power. Have I played the Seed Warzone? I don't recognize that name. We sent one to Dione. I think Rhea's next. Dione, Rhea. Alright. Just remember we got to 6. Or I built 2 probes and forgot about 1. Yep. It's definitely easy to miss one of these. So, Rhea and then Titan. I always felt like Titan was a good place to go, right? It seemed like a likely place to build a base. Okay. But now I got everything, except for this grazer that I don't even really want. No. This is the grazer we just landed. Oh, man. So much stuff going on. Resources. I want that. I was thinking the one we queued up in the construction queue. For now, continue mining asteroids. If we get tired of this or we no longer need asteroids, we will definitely be able to disassemble them and stop doing that. For now, though, they're still our only way of getting copper, and we don't really have that much. 40 copper, 60 platinum, sure. The other guy doesn't have a master. Sometimes they like find an asteroid, and if you don't check on it, it's just always there. A PS2 game. I've told you guys before, I never played very many PS2 games. Very few. SCV made it back to the moon. I guess you better land. Transfer over. Get back up there. This Mark 10 is taking a long time to build. Definitely a few limiting factors here, but we'll have the best power generator soon enough. And let's see, what else do we need? Sorry, zoning out here. That's coming. Got to send SCV back to asteroids. Good. I knew I was forgetting something, but now I found it. Okay. Take a breathe. Take a breath. We've got 7 probes on the way to Saturn. We do need to build a couple more, but we're upgrading our power and starting our first colony ship here before we do that, I guess. It's still going to take a long time for those probes to get to Saturn's moons anyway. Now, I say that. Would it make more sense, given the shortage of resources? Well, we already started building it, I guess. But there's so little titanium, it's going to take so long to get enough for a second colony ship. Maybe we should have waited till we scanned more satellites. But I'm hoping Leta's just good enough, basically. Given the transit time and the mining time, it might be better to scan everything and then send it out, because it takes so long to get there. Oops. That was another asteroid, I believe. Copper and platinum, that's the stuff we want. We're getting there. Harvester made it to the asteroid belt. Grabby made it back to the moon. Land. Wait a couple hours. Unload. Get back up there. How is our population looking? 180 healthy humans. We'll want to build a nodule eventually to get up to 300. Let's send Grabby back to find some more asteroids. And also, considering how long it takes to get your colony set up, probably a lot of these harvesters, probably having more harvesters is more optimal, just because it takes so long to get your titanium and your scouts done. You could definitely build more harvesters early on and have a better stockpile of just resources coming in per turn. Just like in StarCraft. Build as many SCVs as you can use. I forgot to send... No, everyone's out. Good. Alright, we finally got the ultimate power. The Mark 10. Bam. 35,000 kilowatts. We're barely using anything. And I never even built a Mark 9. Crazy. I didn't... Note to future self. In this game, you can skip some tiers if you check the power requirements ahead of time. Some of them could... like, apparently 9 was pointless, but maybe we could have skipped another tier somewhere else. Boy, these things are heavy. That's, you can see the tons there. A Mark 10 is 250 tons. So, our poor little Wave Rider can't be transporting anything like that. If we want to send a generator along with the colony ship right now, the best we can send is a Mark 4. Which maybe we'll do. And, I might want to send a couple other things too, though. We'll see. Alright, with that done, we can actually create the SIOS now. We could make another nodule, but I'm going to wait until we finish the next round of vessels. We could probably not afford a Carrack yet, which is something that we will need to transport materials back and forth. Alright, let's just build our first colonizer. It's probably going to take forever anyway. Found an asteroid? No copper. I sort of feel like copper is the rarest thing here, but the titanium helps us build stuff. 50 titanium is 10 days worth of mining on the moon. So it's not, like, completely useless. Oops. Finding asteroids. Or no, wait, what do we... If you click through the message too quick. Oh, they just made it to the asteroid belt. Merry Christmas! Did it again. Peon back at Mars. Back at Moon. Land. And give me your resources. And launch. And head back to the asteroids. I don't think I could handle, for a Let's Play purposes, to have too many more grazers, though. Even if more was optimal, 4 is enough micromanagement that I'm happy with that. We're almost done our colony ship. We finished the colony ship in the first year. That's pretty good, right? I have no idea, but this seems like pretty good progress. The SIOS. Complete. It is currently in orbit. We need to send it to Leda. 53 days. Go. Now, we're not going to build it until the next year, of course, but awesome. Now, we don't have to send it for a little bit, but I am going to want to send Gonzales with something to help supply a Leda base. And maybe what I'll do is build another Wave Rider, because I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to bring very much on our Wave Rider. I don't even think... See, I thought I could load up like maybe you can only do that with Carracks. I was thinking I would load on a generator or something, but it looks like you can't. Which means it's going to be pretty hard to get this colony ship started with no with no fighters to defend it, or well, that might have been a mistake. Whatever, we're learning here. This is uncharted territory for BlueAnkylo. Doesn't scroll down or anything. Interesting. All right, well, oops, no, don't dismantle. We've got 454 titanium. It will take a while to get 700, but not too far away. Is it? Would I say it's uncharted waters? Well, uncharted something. There is some water, hydrogen and oxygen. All right. Well, seeing as we're not doing that, let's build. Let's just build another nodule, right? More like no. I need more probes. Let's finish off the probes. They're quicker. Because we need a few more for Saturn, right? We only got to Titan, and if we just finish those off, I'll feel happier. So we need Hyperion. We just need 3 more probes. We'll do the probes, then we'll build the nodule, maybe then some fighters, hopefully a Carrack. Oh, Happy New Year's, by the way. Grabby immediately found a mineable asteroid as soon as he got to the asteroid belt. What a good grabber. That's acceptable. The festive ping, yeah! You know the audio designer was working real hard. 1 ping. Copper, platinum, titanium, sure, whatever. 70 titanium is a good contribution to a Carrack. Okay, we need Sat 8, 9, and 10. This will also keep us... Oh yeah, Titan. So Hyperion sounds like a pretty cool moon anyway. I want a Hyperion base. I lost count again. I looked at chat, and then I forgot the number I was on. This is Sat 9. And then just 1 left. For now. We'll build more probes. We gotta probe everything. Everything shall be probed. I'm surprised Robert's not here. We're doing so much probing on this game. He would be very pleased. See, this is really just Xenonauts 2.0. We've got aircraft, bases. We're gonna get expanding our bases, fighting off unknown vessels that attack our bases. We got research. We got resources. We're not at Uranus yet. No, we're getting there. No, we're under attack, and there's a million of them. He was right behind me. Now, every time the screen flashes, we are taking damage. I know I haven't had anything get destroyed yet, but they can certainly shoot you down. We just seem to have way more DPS than they do. Superior lunar technology compared to boring Martian technology. They are mutants after all. I don't think damage to your craft persists between combat, thankfully. Uh-oh. Oh, he's getting smart. I can't control it that accurately. Okay, we got him. He tried to fly away, but... Silly mutants. There's still 3 left. At least as I do these more and more often, I feel like I'm getting a bit better skilled. It's kind of like the, Uh-oh. He got behind me there for a second. It's like the, training simulator in Wing Commander. At first, you just die all the time, but eventually... Uh-oh. This is not good. This is like the old days. Come on. Not like the old days. Okay, still no deaths. That was a lot closer to what it usually happens back when I was a kid. He's firing at us very quickly there, but we got him. Oh, that should be the last one. Oh, jeesh. When are we gonna get lasers? I need my orbital lasers. Okay. I'm working on it. We sent our colony ship. We're gonna try to get some plutonium or uranium or whatever it is. Uranium is very important. That's the last probe I need to build. Sat-10. Harvester made it back to the moon. They tried to trick me by flying away. You know, I've seen that before, just, it's been a while. Can we counter-raid Mars? Eventually. Not for a while, but we'll get there. Don't worry, we will deal with Mars. Those jerks, they're picking on us because we're small right now. Because we don't have a lot of resources and only a few fighters. But we'll get them. Stupid Martian mutants. No one likes Martians anyway. Alright. Final probe. The Sat-10. Get out there. And then I gotta build something else. So I think we still haven't actually had a fighter shot down. We'll go to Phoebe. And there are, of course, lots of more moons to... We still need... Oh, a fair number. We gotta scout all these out at some point. Plus Mercury, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got at least 12 more probes to manufacture at some point. We'll take a little break from probe production, though. We need 770 titanium to build that Carrack. I've already paid for the nodule, so I guess we're doing the nodule. Hopefully that one didn't cost me a ton of titanium, because that might be bad. It put me 100 back on the Carrack. The Carrack is more important than the nodule, but I accidentally assigned it, and we already spent it, so it's already gone. Yeah, it's not so great. Unfortunately, from this screen, if you click on it, it's immediately spent. You can't check the cost from here. Although you can cancel things very easily. Alright. Probes away. Miners mining. Gonzales not doing anything. You know what I will do with Gonzales? Seeing as it seems like... I'm pretty sure he can only transport resources, unfortunately. I thought he'd be able to transport a smaller generator, but I guess not. Still, if we can get uranium, I want him to go get it as fast as he can. So let's send him off to Leda, and he'll catch up with the colonizer, and, you know, we'll see what happens. So much faster. Alright. We have reached our first probe to Saturn. I'm sure we will get amazing rewards from Saturn. It's a nice looking planet, don't get me wrong. But, you know, it is a gas giant. I wouldn't expect a whole lot from the gas giant. Found an asteroid, researched Saturn a little bit. Copper, platinum, sure. We almost should be better off waiting for titanium at this point, but... I don't really like the idea of just waiting around in the asteroid belt for multiple weeks hoping for a good asteroid. What? What? We could actually make a base on Saturn? Technically? So this is the first one with a mutation. If we try to build a moon base, or whatever, floating gas base, on Saturn somehow, the humans will mutate into hydrogoids. Obviously, there's lots of hydrogen, oxygen, and water. Not a lot of valuable resources, really. It is a gas giant. It should be mostly gas. I'm gonna say take a pass on colonizing Saturn and making hydrogoids. That sounds dangerous. You know, we colonized Mars and made mutants that attacked us. I don't want to colonize Saturn and make hydrogoids. Let's keep going. Grabby made it back to the moon. Hydrogoids? Don't worry, we'll see some mutants eventually. For now, I just want uranium and humans. I don't trust mutants. I have no reason to trust mutants right now. Martians are mutants and they are attacking us all the time. Who's to say humans that go to Saturn wouldn't turn out just as bad? I'm so glad. I am so glad that I can mine those asteroids. This is the missing link from young BlueAnkylo, where I couldn't get any resources. And we've got so many good resources that I never thought I'd figure out how to do back as a kid. I guess I wasn't very good at strategy games when I was like 9 or whatever. Alright, we made it to Mimos. It is certainly possible that the moons of Saturn will be colonizable. Seeing as Saturn itself was somehow colonizable. Let's have a look. Oh, I guess I gotta end the episode for the future tubers pretty quick here. Oh, unusable satellite. Insignificant piece of rock. I'd like to end this episode, well, in 21 days. Ah, we can get there. Oops. Just fast forward through all the important stuff. Enceladus and asteroids arrived. Come on, don't be a boring rock. Be an awesome rock. Oh, I had to wait a little bit longer. There we go. Enceladus. Found an asteroid, as always. Because it has 0 platinum and low copper, I'll skip that one. Come on, Enceladus. Chad is hoping for a good human human base. A nice empty atmosphere for humans that could get some garbage resources. So, sadly, Enceladus is very, very low priority. Unless we run into a shortage of one of these resources, and at the moment I don't see that happening anytime soon, it's not going to be worth the high cost of sending a colonizer. Tethys and Leda. Oh, Gonzales was really fast, so Gonzales made it there faster than the actual ship, the colony ship, which is, you know, as expected. Alright. To Tethys. How can we make a H-bomb without hydrogen? Didn't the moon have a lot of hydrogen? Ah, we got 135 tons of hydrogen. That's gotta be enough for a couple nuclear bombs. Alright. Build a nodule finally. Research. Just need a couple seconds here. Tethys? Scanning asteroids because I told them not to pick that one up. How about Tethys? Another good moon. This one also has uranium and copper. So this would be a good place. You know, it's further away than Leda, but it's got the uranium. So this might be, depending on the uranium income of Leda, this might be another decent place. Maybe. A little bit further away, but human. You know, I prefer that. Oops. We built our nodule, and we got another harvester. Good. Work, work, work. Alright, nodule complete. What would be next for our construction? Well, how's that Carrack looking? Almost enough for the Carrack, I think. Enough for the Carrack. Alright, let's get our first big boy transport ship. Sweet. It's about dang time. And that was, of course, almost all of my titanium. We now have 3 nodules, enough for 300 pure-blooded humans. Red-blooded humans. And some more valuable resources. Yep, the moon, or the asteroid mining, very profitable, just like real life. In Xenonauts, we've got to get over these asteroids. That's clearly the way to get out of our local atmosphere. Alright, well, more moons are coming. DNA. They're asteroids. Sure. Not you. Not you. Let's not worry about it. Just bring the asteroids back. It's easier that way. If they look good enough, just bring them back. It's not that kind of pro... DNA was researched. Insignificant. Boo. We're almost there. 3 more days. What am I doing? Harvester has an asteroid. Head on back. Alright, here goes. Boom! We got our first colony. Yay! It only took a year and a couple months. Well, I think we have to land it, right? Yeah. Land. Yay! We have our first colony. They really make you work for it. So how far away from Jupiter are we here? Leda. Kind of mid-range. Gonzales can land as well now. But now we have a colony. Hooray! It's a little baby base. Just a little baby base. The problem is, we didn't have that Carrack ready. So, although the humans will start growing... oops. We only start with a Mark I reactor, which doesn't give us anything to mine with. Now, the good news is, you can't mine anyway until you've got, I think, 50 people. So if your population is too low, you can't go mining no matter what. At least we can see our resources income here. And, you know, we didn't have anything to defend it either, so that's not great. But, at the very least, the population should grow. And if we can get a better reactor and 50 population and some defenses, we'll be ready to go as soon as that gets here. The copper income's pretty bad. Uranium's not much, but hey, every 10 days that's a new laser. And this is a ton of methane. So, maybe not my best planet, but hey, we got a base. That's awesome. And that is where, for the future tubers, we're going to end episode 2. No production. Yeah, you can't research or manufacture. Only at the main base, I think. Which probably cuts out on some mini micromanagement anyway. It's fine. I don't think you can build nodules either. Because not everything can be transported. Once we've built the Carrack, we'll see the list of what can be transported. Which, you know, we could just wait for. Just give it a couple days. I am going to end the episode any second, but we got our base built. Unfortunately, we're missing a couple things. There. Now we got our Carrack. So if I had built this at the same time as the colony ship, you know, that would have been nice. But this guy needs 80 crew, but can carry 1,000 tons of stuff. And... oh, you know what? I never clicked this button with the Wave Rider. Oh, I bet you that's the button I should have pressed. Dang these old games. Yep. Ah, I could have brought a fighter and a generator. Oh well. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I just clicked the wrong button. So, yeah. Middle button for resources. Blue barrel for resources. Ship button for actually, you know, inventory. Like, equipment. It says equipment. Oh well. Send it back? Yeah, it'd be the same. It travels twice as fast. So the round trip would be exactly the same as sending the Carrack once. Because I can send the Carrack right now. Unfortunately, if we could just go back in time about 50 days, then it would have been a little bit more efficient. But it's okay. I don't think we won't actually lose a whole lot of time here. Because even if we had that stuff right now, you have to wait for the population to get to 50, I think, before you can manufacture anyway. So we don't need the generator for a little while. But what I was saying was I don't think you can load up nodules. Nodules just get built for the main base and get installed automatically. There doesn't seem to be an item slot for nodules. You can transport fighters, you know, orbital lasers, and all the generators, and you can transport all the resources, but that seems to be it. So, you know, you can't build a bunker and send it over. You can't build a nodule. You can only send a few specific things, but that's okay. We're going to end this episode here, and next time we're going to build up our first colony. Well, see, there's a thing to the base cap. I'm spoiling things here again because you asked the right question. Future tubers, let's end the episode here, and I'll see you next time.